Hey y'all, I thought you might be interested in seeing a few of the projects that I've made over the years. Um, I come from a long line of carpenters and builders. My grandfather was a finished carpenter for over 30 years, maybe more. My father was a dairy farmer who built everything you could imagine. That's kind of where my lineage comes from, where I learned all my stuff besides art classes and friends and guys like you on YouTube. So we'll go around my house, give you a little tour of the things I've made. I'll probably miss a few things, but this is what we got. So we'll start off with this box. I've made a number of boxes in my day just as gifts. This was a jewelry box with a bigger box within each box to the final box on the top. This is just an oak box. I mean, they're simple projects, but they were done for fun. Over here I've got my son was in the military for a time, and I made him this picture frame. Obviously that was for his basic training, his graduation. Pretty proud of him. I think that gets this room. Okay, so this is our, I don't know what you'd call this room, an extra room we use. So in this room, my father, actually, I'll show you some stuff that the family's made. My father made this out of butternut. It's got the Lisa's father's flag in there. It's pretty cool. My daughter Danielle made this. So as you can see, a lot of people in my family are construction-oriented project builders. Let's see, this box my father made. Kind of comical. My father used to whack wood bees with this thing. It's kind of a memento. My father's gone now, but surely he's not forgotten. From time to time I do a little dumpster diving. I got this desk out of a dumpster. It was a different color. It didn't have any of this top on it. I built this top for it, and you can see I've got it pretty cluttered up with nonsense. Another little box that I made. This desk is an old hunk of wood. I don't even know where it came from, but my son Dylan, the one in the military, he put that together. I threw some legs on it so that we could use it, obviously. Let's see, what else we got in here? Anything else that was made? My father did this little table over. That was a big thing of his. He would buy stuff at garage sales, strip them, and redo them. He had quite a little gig going on doing that. So, all right, let's move on. Okay, here's the kitchen. This is where Lisa makes me fatter every day. I made quite a few benches. Here's a bench. The wood was given to me by Bucky's Customs. He comes and visits us from time to time. Both of these benches are the same piece of wood. Another bench made out of cherry. That come from my father, that wood. I did this entire kitchen over pretty much. All the drawer faces, these are all black walnut, all the frames. I took the old cabinets and broke the old doors apart and redid them with the black walnut. I made this island that I've actually got my hands on. This is a cherry top. It's warped, and we kind of like it that way so that it looks a little rustic. Let's see, what else is in this kitchen? My father made this bread box. You've seen these book holders I've made before. I made that star. Lisa needed a cutting board, so I threw this end grain cutting board together for her. What else we got in here? Anything interesting? Oh, this crazy light was a wagon wheel I picked up at a garage sale. I had it for 2 or 3 years, and then it dawned on me that thing would be awesome if I turned it into a light. And we have a parliament of owls up there. And this shelf over the window, Lisa's plants were aggravating me because every time I turned the water on, I'd hit the plants. So we made that shelf to get them out of my way, basically. This little shot glass holder. Some of these projects are just busy work projects that I made to just have something to do, and then when I get them done, I'm like, hey, that's not too bad, so we hang them up. I made this extra space here for the coffee maker, and of course Hector loves his ice cubes. That's what this is for. Let's see. We closed. I got these. A friend redid a house. He took these shutters off of his house, and we threw some hinges on them and put them up so that we could have a little privacy when we're sitting here at the table. These things, I made these. My sister Alice texted me one day. She was in one of those home goods stores, and she had something similar to this. It was like $25. I said to her, I think I can make that for little to nothing. So I took some pallets and broke them apart, and here's what I come up with. Not sure where we got that little shelf up there from. I know I didn't build it. Probably one of my children did. Oh, we got this crazy thing here. This is because I'm lazy and don't want to hold my tablet. So that's made out of cherry. Just something silly that I can sit at the table and look at my nonsense with. So I put all these ends on. Behind each one of those diamonds is a screw holding these on. That's why they're there. I think that does it. And I know you can see this menagerie here. I'm in a contest with Bucky's Customs. We're going to see who can build the winning project. And what's under that mess is the winning project, I assure you. So Bucky, I know you're going to be watching this. You can't tell what that is under there because I've strategically changed the shape. So that covers this room. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so we're in the living room now. My children, some of them have some artistic ability. Jeremy painted that for us a long time ago. That was a puppy and a female cane corso we had that are both gone at this point. Here's a bench that Bucky's Customs made. He made it, let's say, August 18th, 1996. And then he had his, our family members burn their names into it. Here's a picture frame I made just, again, as busy work in the shop. And Lisa attached her mother's memoriam in the back of it. It's kind of a neat little idea now. Working this way, Lisa actually made this wall. She saw this again on the internet and said, "Can you help me do this?" And she cut out the squares and made the letters and stenciled it, and she did the whole shebang. So I, on the other hand, made this table. This is, I call it a skinny table. It's for doorways and passageways where you can't have something sticking out into the room. There's a twin to it behind the couch. She likes to stick them back there and put stuff on them. My father made this TV stand. Let's see, what else is on here? I made this, we call it a Christmas tree, decoration tree. It was basically an old deck that I had taken down. I took the balusters and cut them that way, and then of course arranged them on a post. Pretty straightforward. Lisa likes it. She changes the lights on it from time to time, depending on the season. I made this coffee table. It's got a hidden compartment inside of it. Of course, it's not hidden now because y'all can see that. But here's the tic-tac-toe board I made yesterday. And of course, the letters are there. I'm going to take them out and use them as stencils to continue with that project. The skinny table. Wife's day, I had to make her something. This was a very complicated build. It took me all of about 6 seconds. No, that's kidding. I'm kidding. My first attempt at a bandsaw box. It's nothing fancy. It was just a piece of 4x4 that I said, I think I can do that. So I cut it out. Lisa glued that on there. That's kind of our emblem that we've always used, VLH. So, and I'll probably get in trouble for not putting these back correctly. That's okay. Dad made this little corner table. He made it actually for Dylan, and Dylan is nice enough to let me hold on to it. Here's the book holder that I made the other day. Jeremy, the artist, he made that little shelf there. And I think that covers this room. Is there anything I've missed? Probably. All right, I think that does it for this room, folks. So let's move on to the next room. So here's the bedroom. Here's a little box I made, some finger joints. That's our friend, the cedar top on there again. That goes here. I made this bench. That's black walnut. The dogs have done a nice job scratching it up, climbing up and down on the bed. We don't really worry about stuff like that. Here's the tablet scorpion. You saw this in a previous video, and I told you it sits on a Lazy Susan. Well, here you can see how it works, actually. She can spin this around in this position here and read, and when she's about ready to fall asleep, she just does one of these deals and gets it out of the way so she can get up. My father made that end table. He made that end table over there. Let's see. This is a little desktop ballet. It's full of junk. I won't open that and bore you with that. And we'll just keep moving right in here into the bathroom. I retiled this floor a while back, redid this bathroom. Lisa said she needed a hamper, so I took some pegboard and just simply made a frame and made a hamper for her. So there's that. This is another item that she saw on the internet. It's just basically a holder for her curling irons and stuff. And it's rustic. It's made out of pallets. It's just something so that she can hold on to it. And Lisa actually made this thing too. It's just a board with some hooks in it to hang her hoops, whatever you call those things, bracelets, I know what they're called. This room doesn't have quite a lot of stuff in it, but I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys. I'm sure I missed some stuff, like that little table right there my father did. So again, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me for a little while.